Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tune-In. Today we're doing another random record pulling, so let's get into it. Okay, so if you can't tell already, we decorated for Christmas since this will be our last episode until next year. Oh, that's weird. That's strange. But anyway, so I hope you like that. I hope you like the green. But we also are doing our, what number record pulling is this? Our third record pulling. So let's get in. Okay, so do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, into the bag I pull The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Oh, I remember you talking about that one on the, I remember Noah talking about that one on the Pink Floyd episode.
I mean, this is one of Pink Floyd's greatest albums. It's the end of their, great 4-album run of Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, and then this album. Just a great concept album about, I have to say, someone going insane. That's almost kind of what it is, and building a wall around themselves, metaphorically. I mean, it has some of the great songs like Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, Mother, Hey You, Comfortably Numb with the great guitar solo in it. Just a really cool concept album, and the inside album art is really weird.
What does it look like? Oh. Okay, so I'll do my first one.
Abbey Road.
Abbey Road. Have we already done this one? No, I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either.
Great album. Most iconic album.
One of the most iconic albums of all time.
One of the most iconic albums of all time. Come Together, Something. Oh, Darling. I was listening to that the other day, and I was like, that's that song. I couldn't tell where it was from, but now I actually remember, so I'm thankful. Here Comes the Sun. I hear She Came In Through the Bathroom Window is good.
Yeah, that whole medley is good.
Yeah, I like Her Majesty. It's like a fun, short song. It's a little repetitive, but it's a short song, so I find that to be just fine. One of the best Beatles albums. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I can say.
Fly By Night by Rush.
Oh, I was looking through their discography, and I saw that cover, and I wondered if it was good.
We were just talking about Rush last video.
Mm-hmm.
Their second album, their first album with Neil Peart on drums, it has some of their, in my opinion, some of their greatest songs. It has Fly By Night, Anthem, which is one of my personal favorite Rush songs. And it has some deep cuts like Beneath, Between, Behind, Rivendell, and In the End.
Yeah, I don't know any of those songs. So.
Yeah, it's not as synth-focused as Moving Pictures was, but it's more of a hard rock sound.
And if you haven't seen our last episode,
go watch it.
Go watch it, because we talk about Moving Pictures by Rush.
Great album.
Great album, yeah.
But yeah, this album's a pretty cool album. Album art's fun too.
Yeah, it looks like a good album. An Adele album.
Wow.
Now,
that's like the last thing I would have expected you to pull.
I like Adele, honestly. I mean, she has a great voice, but songs on here, Hello.
Yeah, that's like one of the only Adele songs I've heard.
Love in the Dark. That's a good album, or a good song, sorry. When We Were Young, that's another good song. Send My Love to Your New Lover. That's a song title on there. But the songs that I do know off of this are huge, they're almost hits. So I like this album a lot, and that's all I really have to say about it.
What album is that, by the way? You said it was an Adele album.
25.
Okay.
Yeah, because she has an album I think 19, and then 21, and then 25, and then now 30, which is her newest one, but good album.
Next album is Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, man. You you said you like this one more than
I think
Wonder Ladyland, or what is it called?
Electric Ladyland.
Electric Ladyland.
I think this one is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
The first Jimi Hendrix Experience album. It has some of their most classic songs on it. Hey Joe, Purple Haze, Wind Cries Mary, Manic Depression, Red House, Fire. There's so many great songs on here, and there's a bunch of great songs that people don't really listen to, like Lover Confusion and Highway Child. Third Stone from the Sun is one of my personal favorite songs.
I have that on vinyl, and I listened to like the first side of it, and
Jimi Hendrix
I liked it.
Is one of, if not the greatest guitar player to ever live.
Of all time, yeah.
Yeah.
And he died at what, 27 years old?
Yeah.
We're not going to dive into the 27 Club. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of it.
Okay, we're not going to dive into that, but
Yeah.
go look it up if
He
you want to.
reinvented how you play an electric guitar. And so did this album.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's, and I know this song isn't on there, but All Along the Watchtower.
Yeah.
And I know I mentioned this in a previous episode. If you haven't already, go watch Prince's Super Bowl of 2007 performance of that song. Go watch it. But yeah.
Just overall, great album.
Or at least of what I've heard, great album. Innuendo by Queen.
Queen album.
Now, this is a good album. This is the last Queen album they put out
Before Freddie Mercury passed away.
when Freddie was still living. There's some really good songs on this. Innuendo, I'm Going Slightly Mad, Headlong, Don't Try So Hard, These Are the Days of Our Lives, beautiful song. Delilah and The Show Must Go On. Basically, this entire album, front to back, is amazing, and I encourage anybody that doesn't know much of Queen to go listen to this, because this album is incredible. Like, have you heard much off this?
I've heard The Show Must Go On and a little bit of Innuendo, but just a great swan song for Queen. It's just a really good album.
And Headlong, ooh, that's a rocker.
Innuendo almost sounds like, I hate to say like desert Arabian music, but that's kind of what the vibe it gives me.
Yeah, isn't that song, how long is that song? Isn't it like, I don't know, it's a long song, and it like, I feel like it blends a whole bunch of different genres.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing, because it does sound really good. And
that's one of the Queen albums I don't have. I gotta get it.
Yeah. I recommend this to you, and you need to listen to the full album.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go from here. Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard Sweet Child of Mine or Welcome to the Jungle?
Sweet Child of Mine,
Okay.
I've heard. What does the cover look like? Oh, I've seen the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is their first album. It's a really great album. It has some of their hits, like we mentioned, Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Child of Mine. It also has Paradise City. It has some of Slash's greatest guitar playing. I know some people might think Axl Rose has an annoying voice, but it doesn't really bother me that much, and it's just a great 80s hard rock album. Like, I feel like they
like hair metal. Isn't that what that?
They brought,
maybe not.
Like, they kind of regrounded rock after like hair metal was almost getting too poppy to be called metal.
Yeah.
So a great album. Any hard rock fans who haven't heard it, go check it out.
Okay. Oh,
Michael Jackson.
Invincible by Michael Jackson. Oh, sorry, Invincible by Michael Jackson. What a great album. I mean,
Can I see the track list?
Yeah, there's songs like Unbreakable.
I don't think when did he release this album? Actually?
2001 it came out.
I don't think I've actually heard of this album, to be honest.
It's my opinion, one of his best.
I'll have to make a point to listen to it. I was listening to
the whole track list is incredible. Unbreakable, Heartbreaker, Invincible, Break of Dawn, Heaven Can Wait, You Rock My World, Butterflies, Speechless, 2000 Watts, You Are My Life, Privacy, Don't Walk Away, Cry, The Lost Children, Whatever Happens, Threatened. All all of these songs.
I'm gonna have to listen to that. I haven't heard of that album, and I was just listening to some Michael Jackson last night, so.
I just listed the entire album, and it's so amazing. We're going to have to cut away for 1 second, but we will be right back with you. Okay, so we're back. I can't remember if I finished talking about this, but so I'm just going to say this. Great album. I recommend this to you. Very electronic. All right, but this is a great album. Great album. And I'm sorry we got interrupted again by a whole bunch of, as Mr. McLaughlin would say, jackwagons. Or no, was that?
That was Mr. Hanahan.
Hanahan, that was him. But great album. Go listen to it. It's very electronic and it's cool. It's
all right.
Yeah.
My next album is Europe 72 by the Grateful Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have Grateful Dead. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, know about it. This is one of the most famous live albums of all time. It contains a lot of the most iconic versions of some of their songs, like Jack Straw, China Cat Sunflower, Brown Eyed Woman. I honestly haven't listened to this one in a little while, so my memory is a tad bit fuzzy, but if you like kind of like folk, blues, rock, jam bands, then you'll probably like this album. A lot of the songs are like 10 minutes. They played a while. But yeah, very iconic live album. If this sounds like something you'd like, go check it out.
I don't think I know any Grateful Dead.
Honestly, it's weird. There's like that like skull symbol. It's like everywhere. But I feel like none of their songs ever get any radio play.
No, I don't think. Do they have a hit?
I would assume they did.
I don't know. Like, I've never heard one of their songs. Weird. All right. Oh, okay. This is a CD single. I Hate You by Prince. Oh, great song. I love getting CD singles. I like the remixes they put on there. I like... oh man, just everything about it. But this is a great song. It's rock, blues, like gospel almost, and pop, like all in one, and funk. This is a song I have to recommend to you.
What album was it off of?
The Gold Experience.
Okay.
And great song. And I honestly like the cover too, so yeah, I like the cover. I don't know. I don't know if Noah's gonna switch to this camera, but all right, there we go. There's the cover. So yeah, I really like this song.
All right, my next album is The Doors' self-titled album.
Never heard of it.
They're like a '60s psychedelic rock band.
Well, I've heard of The Doors, but yeah.
Have you heard like Light My Fire? Does that ring a bell? Okay, yeah. Alabama song, Light My Fire, which I already mentioned, The End, which was in Apocalypse Now, and just a great album. Jim Morrison's a great front man. It's a really interesting sound. It's like if you envision 60s psychedelic rock, this would probably be one of the top albums you would probably think of. So if you like
and the Beatles.
Yeah, and the Beatles.
Were they psychedelic rock or pop? I think both.
Yeah, they did everything. They were the Beatles. But yeah, if this sound, or like Jimi Hendrix. So if you like psychedelic stuff like that, go give this album a listen.
Okay, next one. Oh man, all right. The Black Album.
You have a Metallica CD?
No.
Oh wait,
Prince.
Oh, well you just said the Black Album.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, speaking of that, they, I think, stole this idea from Prince.
Having a black album cover?
Yes. Because Prince was like the first to do it. And
I mean, solid colored album covers really aren't a new thing. I mean,
I know, but black specifically. Like,
I mean, I can kind of see it. But
yeah, but that's literally the cover. It's black, and that's the back too, black.
So Oh, the track listing's on the album.
Some good songs on this. I actually don't know many songs off of this except When Two Are in Love. That's a good song. La Grind, Cindy C, Dead on It, Bob George, Super Funky Califragisexy.
Interesting song
and
title.
Rock Hard in a Funky Place. But it's a really cool album. This is really rare.
Really?
Really rare. Like, I found this at the Exchange, but
How much did it cost you?
I think a couple bucks. But like, releases from the 80s are the really rare ones. I think 1994. So this is a re-release that Prince did very like quietly and like quick in 94. But this album was supposed to be released in 87, and some did, and they're like out there, but they're worth, no joke, I saw one on eBay once for over $100,000.
For a CD of that album.
A vinyl.
A vinyl of that album. Was it signed or just that album?
No, just that album.
Dang.
It was sealed. $150,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
You could sell your house and basically everything you own and you'll get a Prince album.
Yeah, like, but he didn't release it in 87 because I guess at that time he was feeling more like spiritual and he didn't want to release anything negative, and he felt like this album was negative, which I could see that, but overall, cool, rare album, so I don't know much off of it, but it's rare, so it's cool.
My next album will be S&M by Metallica. Speaking of, you've never heard of it, have you?
Nope.
All right, well, I'll explain it then. Basically, you take Metallica and you take an orchestra and you put them together.
Really?
Yes. So they played with the San Francisco Orchestra, and they played a bunch of their hit songs like Master of Puppets, Fuel. They played a new song called Four Leaf Clover, which is a really cool song. They played For Whom the Bell Tolls. Just a really cool album.
It looks interesting. I
Yeah.
like the cover.
I picked this album up at Barnes & Noble. I'd say it's in like one of my top 10 albums that I purchased. Like, I really liked it when I first listened to it, and I still do really like it. But it brings new depth to their songs. Like, a lot of their songs, they just become more epic with the orchestra in the background, and I think it's just a really cool album. So if you like Metallica and haven't checked this out, go check it out.
Cool. Oh, man.
Controversy by Prince.
No.
Oh. Parade. That's what I was thinking.
Controversy.
Why did I-
No, it's Parade by
Okay.
Prince. I mean, the covers are kind of similar. But great album. It was the soundtrack to his 1986 film, Under the Cherry Moon. I Wonder You is a good song. Under the Cherry Moon is a good song. Girls and Boys. Life Can Be So Nice. Venus de Milo. Mountains, Do You Lie? Kiss. Another Lover, Hole in Your Head. I'll put it up right here. It's all like one word, and so that's kind of cool. And Sometimes It Snows in April. That song is so sad, so emotional. It's the longest song on the album at almost 7 minutes, and it's like, it just, ooh. Like, that's a song you can sit down to and cry. Like, and the movie is also really good. It's emotional. It's funny. It's basically a comedy, but at the end it's sad. But really good album. I think I might have put it in my top 10 Prince albums in my Prince album ranking video. So go check that out. But really good.
And a Garland.
Well, we just lost it. That's fine. But it's it's a really good album. So please go check it out.
So the next one's going to be Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones.
I saw that album cover before, but
Yeah. This is one of their best albums. I mean, it has some pretty great songs. "Gimme Shelter" is probably the best song on the album. I don't know if you've heard that song.
No.
Well, it's a really great song. I'll have to show you at some point. Just a really great album. It has some of their most popular songs, like "You Can't Always Get What You Want," "Midnight Rambler."
You can't always get what you want.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was.
It's fine. "Give Me Shelter" and "Midnight Rambler" are probably my 2 favorite songs of the album, but it has some other great ones like "Monkey Man" and "You Got the Silver," and one of the most famous a pretty famous album cover with what looks like a cake or some kind of dessert. I don't know exactly what it is.
It's weird. Wait, there's like a tire, tortilla,
I'm not even into
clock. Weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird album cover.
But yeah, if you like late 60s, early 70s blues rock, then I would probably recommend this album. So yeah, just a cool album. Go listen to it.
Oh, "Reality" by David Bowie.
Oh.
Cool album cover, first of all. Like, really like.
That is cool.
It's like almost anime.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know much music off of here, but the songs I do know are pretty good. "New Killer Star," I heard. Pablo Picasso. "The Loneliest Guy Looking for Water," and "Fall Dog Bombs the Moon." That's another one I've heard.
Interesting title.
Yeah, it's different. But for what it is, it's pretty cool. Really cool album cover, and I guess I can recommend it.
Yeah, I was just listening to some David Bowie like a couple days ago. Next album, Queen 2.
I don't have that one on CD or vinyl, but I've been thinking about getting it.
You should. It's one of Queen's best albums, and probably the most underrated album. I mean, it has some really great songs. It starts with Procession and instrumental. It goes into Father to Son. "White Queen As It Began" is definitely my favorite song on the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
What songs are on there? Oh, "Seven Seas a Rye." Ooh, that's a good song.
That's a good song. But yeah, it has like it's like a mix between like normal stories and like fantasy elements, because Brian May and Freddie Mercury kind of split the album so they could each have either fantasy or reality elements. "Ogre Battle's a great song. "Fairy Feller's Master Stroke." "March of the Black Queen's" an epic song, and it ends with "Seven Seas of Rye," which is just a classic Queen tune.
That's probably my favorite song on there.
Yeah, if you're a Queen fan and you haven't heard this, pick this one up, and if you haven't heard Innuendo, pick it up as well.
Yeah.
Just a really cool album. Probably like my second or third favorite Queen album. But yeah, go listen to it. The Labyrinth soundtrack again.
We've already had this album on here. I already talked about it in another random record pulling, so all I'm gonna say is, I guess
that one.
I guess this is an opportunity to say, go watch another one of our videos. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
We're getting
that.
all sorts of marketing plugs in this video.
I'm sorry about that, but
Don't worry about it.
yeah, good album.
Last CD for me is Climbing by Mountain. I'm dead confident you've never heard of this one.
No.
It's a really cool album. So for a bit of context, it was formed by guitarist Leslie West and I forget what the drummer's name was, and the producer for Cream. So
I don't remember that band name either.
Cream with Eric Clapton, Sunshine of Your Love.
Oh, Eric Clapton. I don't know that song though.
Okay, I'll have to show you. But
that side eye. Ooh. Like stabbed me.
It has some. Honestly, Leslie West, in my opinion, is one of the greatest guitarists ever. It has some of the great songs. Mississippi Queen, which is used in a ton of TV shows and video games. And it has some more underrated tracks like Boys in the Band, The Laird, Theme from an Imaginary Western, Never in My Life. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great, heavy album. And on the back, it says, this album was meant to be played loud.
Really?
Yes.
Where? Oh,
so if you listen,
literally.
So if you buy and or listen to this album, be sure to have your vinyl, your record player, or your CD player cranked up to max volume. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is it really loud or?
It's like a pretty heavy album. It's not like
Okay.
metal, but it's
All
more
right.
like hard rock.
Station to Station by David Bowie.
David Bowie album we haven't talked about.
Good album. Station to Station is a long song. It's like 10 minutes. Golden Years.
Golden Years.
Golden Years. Yeah,
Okay.
really good song. Word on a Wing is cool. TVC15, pretty good song. Stay is good. Wild as the Wind. I just said the entire track list. There's only 6 songs on this record. It's good. I don't think it's my favorite David Bowie album, but it's definitely probably top 5 maybe.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I love doing these videos so much, and we love making them. So anyways, I'm Brodie.
I'm Wyatt.
This is a Tune In. Tuning out.
Yeah.